Hello, how's it going? I am doing a day in the life video, but today I'm going to Orange County, so it's not actually like an average day in the life, although honestly these days none of them are really my average day in the lives because I'm unemployed. I'm not working. I am choosing not to work, which technically means I'm not unemployed. It just means I'm taking my own version of a hiatus and a sabbatical from responsibilities, which I still feel the weight of responsibilities of what I need to step into. But anyways, yes, so I started off my day doing an electrolysis session, and I have actually been documenting videos on this, and I will likely piece that all together and share a journey. It is really vulnerable for me to share because it is the biggest insecurity to just like have hair removal being done, and specifically on your face. I am pretty like inflamed right now, and the reason why that is, what electrolysis is they're basically going into a hair follicle and heating it to kill the hair follicle so there's no more hair growth. And long story short, years and years ago, I didn't even have that much hair at that time, but I did laser hair removal on my face, on my underarms, on my legs, and in my like Brazilian pussy area. And it worked really well in some places. Like to this day, I am so grateful that I did it on my legs because it just saves so much time, and my skin scars, so every time I would like razor, I would just get a ton of scarring. But what happened on my face, and this is actually a thing that happens, which I wish they gave a disclaimer, but I think laser technology hair removal was just newer at that time and they weren't giving people disclaimers, but it can actually stimulate a lot more new hair growth, and especially for women when you're going through all these like hormonal changes, like it just ebbs and flows with like how your hair growth happens, especially in hormonal areas like your face. And so it's just something that I really was at a point in my life where I'm like, I just know it's gonna save me time and energy, and just I can feel more confident and radiant in my face. And I'm really not about like other cosmetic changes or Botox or lip injections or any like that. Nothing against it, but like it's really, I changed my mind. I'm not saying nothing against it. I'm just really like not into any like getting any work done or those types of enhancements, but this is the one thing that I have been leaning into of like hair removal because it does really feel good for me. So anyways, I got done with the session. It's like my 4th session. I'm excited to share more about the journey, but that's how I'm starting my day. My face is tingling a little bit because you have to put numbing cream on, and then when they go individually into every hair follicle, it can hurt, and this one was like a little bit more painful, especially in like the upper lip area. But we're going to Orange County, spending some time with my mom, but also most likely I think I'm gonna hit up Oliboli donuts again, which is the place where they do the amazing sourdough 40-hour fermentation donuts. And let's see if they have a special one called like a cardamom bun. Apparently they only have those on Mondays. I've never gotten it before, but I love cardamom, so let's see how we do. Okay, donuts are secured. I did bring them into the car. Usually I would sit down. The ambiance is great there. Everyone's super sweet. But usually I'm always with Kevin, my partner, getting donuts. So this time is hitting a little bit different, and I'm just by myself. I just drove all the way from San Diego, so just wanting to ground down after the afternoon traffic and take a few bites of these here in the car. These look crazy. This is the cardamom bun, the pumpkin pie. The creaminess is so good. I've had this one before. And this is the pizza one. I've also never had this before. And they make a house-made buttermilk ranch, which I'm not a ranch person, but house-made buttermilk, like, you know, they're 40-hour sourdough fermentation, use farmers market and organic ingredients. So I feel like this is gonna be a good time. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start. I feel like I gotta try the pizza one just because it's savory. This is huge. Oh my gosh, look at this. You have to have these donuts like hot and fresh. That's the only way. I don't know what I thought getting 3 donuts. This is hilarious. The cardamom bun's next, you guys. The sourdough. Oh my gosh, I can smell the cardamom. I wish I had milk. Oh, yeah, this is the pumpkin pie. Y'all already knew I would like this one. So fucking bomb. This one's heaven right now. I don't know if I should have more right now. Napkins secured. It's always good to hold on to those extra napkins at restaurants they give you if they're clean, and put them in your car. It's like an Indian parent road trip, travel trip tip number one when you're in a car. Well, that was delicious. I'm probably honestly gonna finish the pumpkin pie one because it's just so good fresh. The other ones I think will be great as reheats and leftovers for my Kevincito. And I'm gonna head over to my mom's place now and hang out with her. Good morning. It's the next morning. I know this is supposed to be a day in the life, but you guys, when I came back after the donuts to my mom's place, I just hit an energy crash. It could have been because of the donuts, but I also think it's just because I went from my electrolysis appointment to a long drive to getting the donuts to back to my mom's house, and I have just been doing some slow living. And so that sometimes means like only leaving the house for like one errand or one thing. And so having that all stacked, and it was hot, October in Southern California, what do you know, but it was like 85 degrees, so that really takes a lot out of me because I'm kind of heat sensitive. So I had some quality time with my mom, but I came back here, kind of a late night drive, slept in. I got my matcha. This is gonna be a whole nother talk too, because if you have seen my video from a while ago about me quitting coffee, that was an amazing experience. And I've actually been coffee free for like 2 years just about. I have really been playing with cacao, which feels so good for me, and then most recently matcha. I got my red light on, infrared red light. I like to do that in the morning. It just feels really nice, and then I have it on again at nighttime, whether I'm like directly in it or it's just kind of setting the ambiance. Sometimes I even have a red light going when I'm watching like a show or something like that. But yeah, just slow living. I love sitting here in the mornings, and I brought out the sheep wool, even though it's still kind of a warm day, but I just like to get cozy. I put cardamom in my matcha too, which makes it feel extra cozy and nice. As you know, I love cardamom, like the cardamom bun that I was able to have yesterday at Oliboli. So both yesterday and today, washed my face. I didn't pick at it or anything. You're also not supposed to really sweat, but I did really lather on some tallow just so my face can really drink up the moisture, because they are like going in and adding heat to kill the follicle. So sometimes for people, which I'm like, my skin's very balanced, but it's still prone to getting really dry if I'm like in dry climate or intensely scrubbing my face or doing something to it. So since it's heat, it does dry my face out. So in this area, I just have to really lather it up. And I love this brand called HoneyMoo Tallow. I actually got a box, so I wanted to unbox it with you, but it's an incredible woman named Jess. She's a mama of 3 based in Oregon, and she curates and runs this business herself. And the products are so thoughtfully curated. She grows a lot of the herbs herself, and she wild harvests them. Just such good herbs with a tallow foundation, which if you're new to tallow, tallow is derived from beef fat, but it's like a higher quality suet, and the suet is filled with nutrition and just being an animal fat. It's like the closest thing to our, you know, fat and animal essence. So applying an animal fat is actually really natural for us to do, and I've just felt that it has helped my skin so much. I don't like use a bajillion products. I really just like splash water on my face. I have a simple scrub sometimes if I'm wearing makeup, and then I just put a lot of tallow on. Got my HoneyMoo box. Going to unpack all of these frizzlies. Okay, so I got all the products out of the box, unwrapped. And what I'm really excited about this line and this rebrand that Jess has done, Jess is the owner and founder of HoneyMoo, is that it has a lot more like hair focused products and also edible things. But I'm gonna start off with just literally the classic. This is just like your classic tallow balm. It is exactly what I'll be lathering my face up with day and night, especially during the nighttime, to really like heal the scars and just like irritate irritation and dryness of the skin. The ingredients are so great. The foundation is regenerative grass-fed tallow, but there's also things like colostrum powder, marshmallow root, mugwort, calendula, chamomile, lavender, reishi mushroom, and a few other things, and everything's organic. So I just think it's such high quality stuff. I'm a big advocate of really leaning into more of like ancestral wisdom for things like keeping your youth, whether it's like gua sha, facial massage, but also using herbs and balms to keep that youth and vitality within yourself. And that's really what HoneyMoo's mission is focused on. So there's like a plump lip balm, and there's literally this product called a plumping Botox stick, but some of the ingredients in this is again like regenerative tallow, grass-fed ghee, buckthorn berry oil, different mushrooms, honey, and this is for your lips. There's so many other good stuff in here, but it's like a natural lip plumper and something that is enhancing vitality. I'm also going to show you the things that I'm really excited about because my hair is sometimes just a mane, and I think these things are so helpful. So there's the Milky Locks hair oil, which is really with the rosemary oil base, but there's other things like horsetail, hibiscus, even goat's milk in here, and a few other things. And this is really great to just massage in your hair, especially before a shower. And I've just found it's so good for my scalp, and then also just for my hair to feel really hydrated, and it really makes a difference coming out of the shower with like keeping my locks intact, because I do have hair that can get really frizzy. So keeping the curls is like really an art that I've been figuring out. And along with that, I've never really used a spray like this. So this is, I don't even know this is coming. This is so exciting. It's a chai salt water spray. And we talked about my love for cardamom. There is literally cardamom in here, cinnamon, ginger, cloves, but it's distilled water with dead sea salt. So it's really meant for spraying in your hair while it's damp, and then also spraying throughout the day to kind of like keep your curls intact and give you those like beach curls and waves. I'm sure this could work really great on people who have more like straight hair who want to create more volume and curls, but definitely going to help with keeping the curls intact for me. So I'm excited to use it. I'll probably share more of the products in depth when I really use them throughout the weeks in upcoming videos, but those are the ones that I'm most excited about. I do have a code with HoneyMoo, so it'll be in the link below. And it's just a really incredible business to circulate your money with and support. And if you are leaning into products, I feel like in a world where there are so many products, just keep it really simple and just find the things that you actually know how to recognize the ingredients in, which is like tallow or certain oils or herbs, and then do your research to understand like how every herb is such a medicine and a thing for healing that you can use, and it is literally ancestral wisdom. So that's the end of the HoneyMoo haul. On to the next. Okay, so you know, when I was working, I was always like, I wish I had free time to do all of the things that I want to do, that are fun, that are fulfilling. And now that I have free time, I'm finding that I almost need to slightly discipline myself to do the things that I said I wanted time to do. Because when you have all of the space, it almost feels like that overwhelm that I was talking about in my last video. And so I like to reframe discipline as devotion. And so I am, you know, showing up to devote to myself, to God, to community, to the nature, and singing and playing music is one of them. So I wanted to share like a small little piece. I'm new to all of this and I'm still reading and looking at the lyrics, but it is just a really beautiful song that I felt called to share today. Still learning the keys and the chords on the harmonium too. F, G, okay. You are the bread, son of the wind. You are the voice that lets me sing. You are, you are, you are, you are. You are the strength that lives in me. You are the courage that sets me free. You are. And that was called The Breath of Ram.